So, can we start?
Yes.
Yes.
So my name is Jimirwan Usman. This is my name of my groups. Next. First, I will explain about the trade, the definition of a trade, what is it, and etc. Trade is an economic sector and activity aimed to implementation of barter, sell goods and related process such as delivery, direct custom service, storage and preparation of the goods for sale. Trade includes exchanging or transfer goods or service for money. Usually the manufacturer produces the goods and send it to wholesale, then they move it to retail, and finally they ultimate the customer. So trade is essential consummation of people. It's not direct only for sake of making profit. It also provides service to the consumers as well. Trade is a social activity since the society needs interrupt supply of goods, constantly growing and altering, but never ending human needs. Trade has taken birth from human life and will still stay until ending of humans' life in the earth.
Hello, my name is Kubir Vijay, and I'm talking about the types of trades. Okay, there's like 4 types of trade: international trade, external trade, domestic trade, and international trade.
Guys, can you skip all this and go straight into the trade for seafood? Yes. You're wasting time to talk about trade.
Okay.
Okay, start from here.
My name is Mubarak and I'll be talking to you about Sarul One Seafood Village. It was the first restaurant we interviewed, and it was founded over 30 years ago in the year 1984 by Kwang Zoi. And Kwang Zoi is a sole proprietor, meaning that she basically has full control over all business operations. She's the one who makes sure when the business is run, and she's also prone to risks as well, because given that she bears the risks of the business as a sole proprietor, she has unlimited liability, which is to say that she's entitled to pay for any debts, to cover for any debts of the business in form of not just business assets but also personal belongings. And in Seremban, she only has one branch in Malaysia. The number of employees constitute to 30 employees in the business, and what of the disadvantages she experiences in the business is a high staff turnover, where she would have to replace a number of her staff over time due to the fact that they leave to go and find work elsewhere. And the number of services provided the restaurant include fresh seafood, which comprise of quite a significant range from seafood tofu to baked crabs, doremi, fried fish with tomato sauce, grilled crab, and the estimated number of employees on a busy day is 200. The estimated number of customers on a busy day is 200. Huang Zoi cares to think that she has no business competitors because she says that her restaurant and the restaurants around her tend to feel that they just mind their own business. And Huang Zoi's motive for starting the business was basically to be able to provide food for everyone under her care. And the recent development accomplished by the business was to be able to achieve steady supply of income for both the workers and Huang Zoi herself. With regard to promotional strategies, Serembang Seafood Village has been able to place banners around Serembang as well as have internet reviews. You can actually Google them and you'll find the official website.
The second restaurant that we interviewed is Kung Hua, which is located in Teluk Gong, of course, Port Klang. The shop owner is Mr. Shah, who is married to Tina Wong Shah. They're in the business together, and this is their second branch. The first branch was in somewhere in Ipoh. Okay, it's like first branch is somewhere in Ipoh, and the number of employees they have in this particular branch, which is the second one, is around 15 to 20 people, 20 workers, and of course there's like they split the work. Like half of it go for waiters and the kitchen. Main products obviously would be seafood, but they also provide different kinds of food like Chinese food, noodles and tao chai, tai chow. And the daily customers on an average scale would be around 130 to 160 customers. It started about 10 years ago. They got the name Kwang Hua Shayu from the grandparents because the grandfather named it after his name, the grandfather's name. And the main motive is of Mr. Shah to do this business is to continue and to inherit the family business and what they do best, like supply fresh livestock. And other motive is to give chance to people to try delicious and fresh seafood, and also to gain successful business. There are recent development within the 3 to 5 years. They established a second franchise, hired more experienced and responsible workers, and also a wider range of food and menu to be served. Next.
Hello very much. My name is Yash, and I'm doing the comparison with both businesses. Okay, Serembang Seafood Village, or SFV in short, is a business that denies the need for competition. Where the owner says that his restaurant is responsible for its own outcome and not affected by other businesses. Whereas Kai Hua says that growth and expansion of the business is necessary. He, as Rifai has stated, the current owner took over from his grandfather's position. Okay, I'm going to compare the number of employees. SSB has 30 employees, whereas KH has 50. This could be due to KH being. This could be due to us only counting in one of KH's branches, and whereas SSB focuses all their manpower into one branch. The type of food served at both restaurants are almost similar. They both serve fresh seafood, like staple Chinese food, with SSB stating that their specialty is crab. And KH does not single out a single dish as their best. SSB states that they get around 200 people on a busy day, whereas Kai Hua only gets 130 to 160, but this is only one branch, Kung Zoi, the owner of SSB, states that he started the business about 30 years back, whereas Mr. Shah from KH took over the helms of his grandmother. The motive of Mr. Kung Zoi of starting the business is to provide a self-made way to provide to support his family and everyone under his care. KH, however, wants to continue his grandfather's legacy and carry the restaurant into the future by expanding. From the information gathered, the recent accomplishments made by both the restaurants, Kung Zoi states that his greatest accomplishment is a steady supply of income throughout the years, and Mr. Shah says that his greatest accomplishment so far is opening a second franchise and hiring more experienced workers, and also increasing the range of food served. And he also wishes to expand more in the future. From the information gathered, SSB seems to be a business that fails to recognize competition as a useful tool for economic growth, whereas KH is a business that strives to grow and improve on present circumstances. Based on our analysis, KH is a more commercially successful business than SSB. And that's all.